Okay, back with another video. It's been a while, obviously. I've been active on YouTube, which I need to get back into it, so I apologise for that. Rocking the hat today because my hair is so long, and if you're from the UK, it's pretty hot right now, so I'm getting hot and my hair's long, I need a haircut, so it's getting annoying. But, let me know if we're rocking with the hat, if you think it's a cop or if it's a drop. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're not a hat channel. Anyway, the last video was about me switching to futures, and I'm still on futures as of right now. Still going strong, loving it, I guess. It's alright. Better than Forex, most definitely. Anyway, I just wanted to update you on the progress of moving to futures. So, obviously, as previously mentioned, I was watching that TGR video. If I mentioned that, if I didn't, then I watched that 5-hour long TGR video. Don't know if anyone else watched it. But I finished that a while ago, ages ago. Been much trade recap, so I started doing his strategy. Didn't like it, not one bit. Well, no, I liked it, but it didn't work. It worked. Yeah, no. I wanted to make my own one. I wanted my own strategy, and I wanted it to be me. Like I wanted to understand it better than understanding his strategy, because obviously he made his strategy, didn't he? So I have made my own strategy of what works for me the best. And I'm currently backtesting that in a minute, and I'm not going to lie, the win rate has gone up ever since switching from TGRs to mine, because I feel there's a lot less steps in mine, and I feel like mine just makes more sense to me. So I will reveal that in a minute, and obviously I'm going to go through it. I'm not going to do a backtesting thing, because I still need to master it, and obviously I believe it does work. Okay, sorry about that, just thought something was going on. Anyway. So obviously it does work for me, and I can take trades off it, but I want to master it, so I'm literally bang, 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 winning, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I'm doing it on FX replay, Maybe if I'm feeling it, I'll show you a little example. Probably not, but we'll see how it's going, because obviously I'm backtesting this past year so far, so from like now to the start, like Jan, because I've done what I did, I started with doing all random months last year, so I'm going to do it from Jan to, what we're in, April, it's my May tomorrow or something like that. No, whatever. So April now to obviously May, May. And obviously, so now I'm doing it for this year, and it's going pretty well. It's going well. I took a trade the other day, because obviously FX replay you have to pay to get all the add-ons, but I did it and last trade for the month, because obviously you can only do 1 month backtest, and then you have to delete it, really. Did it, obviously I made 108k on one trade. Obviously I risked the full account, but that is still sick, That's still sick. 108k for my own strategy. And I made my own. I never thought I'd make my own strategy. I always thought I'd follow in other people's footsteps. But look at me now, I made my own strategy. How sick is that? Anyway, you're probably sitting there saying, "Oh my god, shut up, show us the strategy." Okay, I'll show you the strategy. Right. So if we just do this. And can I move this in the middle? No, we'll keep it up there actually. Okay, cool. The strategy. Yeah, okay. So I like to trade from 2 to 3:30. That's what I like to do. Because with TGRs it's 2:50 PM to 3:30 PM my time. And that's just not long enough for me, I want to do a bit longer, so obviously I aim for 2:30 usually. That's what I like to aim for, 2:30. But I'll put it 2, give me that hour and a half. Obviously, I'll be on the market for 1, half one, whatever. But yeah, and my minimum risk I want to go for is 1.175 risk, so 1 to 1.75. Obviously, I'd do 1 to 1.5, but ideally a 1 to 2, We don't want anything less than a 1 to 2. Anyway, then the first start to it, mark the key levels on the 1 hour, so the liquidity, the highs, the lows. And if I'm thinking, oh, this is rubbish, like I've just had 2 up candles, I can't mark high in the previous sessions, because obviously I've got to mark out previous. Let me just add that in quickly, so it makes it a bit easier. There we go, mark out all sessions, added that in. Yeah, so if I can't find any, go to the 4 hour, because obviously higher time frame, higher power, more highs, more lows, more liquidity. Bang. Right, and for the actual trade, we then scale down to the 5 minute. Yeah, so we're waiting for the price on the 5 minute to hit a key level. So take out the high, take out the liquidity, take out the low, take out the lower liquidity. That's what we like to see. And then waiting for confirmation. So it's similar to TGR strategy, I'm not going to lie. It's very similar. But it's just my own spin of it. Because he does it on the 30 minute, I like to do it on the 1 hour, you know. Wait for price on the 5 minutes to hit the key level. Wait for the confirmation, break structure or inverse fair value gap. I also like to look for an SMT sometimes. SMT sometimes I like to come in to play a little bit later. If you just wait. And so obviously I said check for SMT to direct into the futures pair you want to trade. SMTs can help on the 1 minute. I'll get into that in a minute, okay? I'll get into that in a minute. So obviously SMT, lagging index. You want to trade the lagging index. So when one makes a high, the other one just made a high low. You want to trade the one with the high low because it tells you that it's going to go higher. You get what I'm saying, yeah? Okay, and then look for a continuation of a fair value gap or equilibrium. And in brackets, can go for an order block or breaker block. I just don't like them personally. I don't like order blocks. I don't like breaker blocks because I feel like liquidity can be the same as them, you know? So I don't like them, you know? Fair value gap and equilibriums work for me, and that's what I like, okay? So I'll look for order blocks. I won't look for breakers. I'll look for order blocks when I need to, you know? If I wanted to, I'd look for an order block. And obviously I'm not going to do it every time. Sometimes I will if I'm thinking, right, this is a good trading day, we've not got too heavy news impact. I'm like, I can't pick out fair value gap or equilibrium. I'm going to look for an order block. Last resort type of thing, yeah? So then once one of them has been respected, so fair value gap's been respected, equilibrium's been respected, then scale to the 1 minute, and then again we're waiting for a confirmation of a break or structure or an inverse fair value gap again. So obviously break structure when a high up candle, then a down candle, and then obviously the low of the up candle or the down candle, whatever's lower, the wick, gets taken out to the opposite trend, break structure, same with the up, it's a downtrend, down candle, up trend, takes out the wick and goes higher. And obviously an inverse fair value gap, where it just goes straight through the fair value gap, which I think inverse fair value gap is my personal favourite confluence. Anyway, besides the point. I feel like I'm putting too much emotion into this right now. Anyway, and then obviously when you get to that, when you see buying or selling power out of it, you enter, because you're not going to make money if you're not going to enter. And then put stop loss at previous trade areas, and what that means. So put your stop loss at, let me actually show you quickly. So what that does mean is putting your stop loss at previous areas of liquidity. So say we entered on this down bit here. I'll put my stop loss just above the line of liquidity here, and then obviously next it says TP at other draws on liquidity. So what we do, you put your TP down here, and there you go. You've now got just above these liquidity, and it's targeting liquidity. Or another way, so say if this fair value gap. So say we entered off the tap of this fair value gap there. Say we entered off that. You could put your stop loss just above the fair value gap, because obviously you don't want to put it up here where the liquidity is, because now look, it's just ruining your risk to reward. So putting it just above, you're now in a 1 to 2, and again, target the areas of liquidity. Look, obviously I didn't even trade this trade, but I'm not going to lie to you, it could be a good one. Let me see if I can use my strategy on this, and then I can actually do a breakdown of the strategy. Okay, no I can't, because this took out lows, so we'd be looking for buying power. But anyway, right, so yeah, like I was saying, for previous trade areas, obviously, so you've got the fair value gap, say you entered off it, put it just above it, target other areas of that, and then break structure. So look, we're in an uptrend, so we're going up, then back down, creating these high highs and high lows. And obviously, you see this, move up then move down, right here. So we've created that high low, and then we made the high high. But oh wait, price has just plummeted down through that to break structure. And nice enoughly, it's also in a fair value gap, so there would be your continuation straight away. But if you wanted that extra confidence, equilibrium, bang, then obviously this isn't a trade you take, I'm just showing you. Scale to the 1 minute, and then look, you're now looking for it. So look, you're looking for these break structures after the tap or the inverse fair value gap, and nicely enough we have the inverse fair value gap right there for the sell, and obviously it's a bit dodgy, I'm not going to lie, because you'd be just entering down here, and if you did put your stop just above, let me turn that off, just above the FET. Did I turn that off or not? Right, that's just above it, my bad. Yeah, and then targeting previous areas of liquidity, which would be down here. This would be the trade being played out, and you put it just above these other areas, so this inverse fair value gap, because price has gone to retest the inverse fair value gap, so you fill more orders to go lower. And obviously, what did it do? Inversed it, went to down here, went back up, retested the inverse fair value gap, filled more orders, and then it went all the way down here. And say you didn't target lows down there, targeted that instead, obviously a bit annoying because you wouldn't have won it, but you see what I'm saying. So I was targeting there, obviously this trade, I didn't take this trade, I've not done any analysis, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, that is my strategy now, and I wanted to just let you all know that switching to futures is going good. I'm enjoying it. I think it's better than Forex. And yeah, I'm just going to keep grinding, keep backtesting, making sure that my strategy works for me. And yeah, and if you guys want me to do a proper video on it, like actually teaching the strategy, which I'm not the best teacher, so you will have to bear with if I were to do that, then I will, I'll do a full in-depth video, whether it's an hour long, 2 hours long, 3 minutes long, whatever. I'll do it, But yeah, just let me know what you think. And obviously the backwards cat, I'm joking, don't know about that. But yeah, thanks. Cheers for watching.